Hello everyone, it's Snady, and today we'll be testing out the Rare Boutete True to Myself eyeshadow palette. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy, okay? Thank you. Oh, my little lily white lilacs, how you doing today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you're having a spectacular day so far. I myself am doing simply divine. It is such a beautiful day out here in Michigan. I'm so excited for it to finally be like summer-ish. I mean, it's still cold as tits out, but I can at least look from the inside and act like it's warm. Weather talk aside, I am really fucking excited to test this out. I have been loving this brand lately. Way back with their first launches in the beginning, I didn't really care for their stuff, but progressively with each launch, I've enjoyed their shit more and more. There still isn't anything from this brand that's like my ride or die yet, but still, I do like their products now. Alright, what the fuck do we have here? This is the Discovery eyeshadow palette, which is true to myself, with 7 ultra smooth and richly pigmented shades in a range of finishes from pearl, metallic, matte, and glitter. Ooh, I don't like glitter. But props for simple ass packaging. I love it. It totally rides with the whole natural theme. It's kind of like a parchment paper box. Let's go ahead and see how she looks inside, because I do not remember anything about how this actually looks. Oh, look at that. It looks like a giant suppository. No, this actually is very interesting packaging. I've really not seen anything like this, but I don't know why. I just want to like take my earrings off and put it in this little dip. Cool for uniqueness though. This is excellent for traveling. This feels like you could just throw it in any kind of bag, kick your heels up and let loose. No, I don't think that's the right term, but you still can kick your heels up if you want. I don't care. Okay, so let's look at how this is inside. Oh God, why the fuck does the glitter have to be the biggest one in there? Oh, damn. Color-wise, it really is quite pretty. I feel like a lot of people could get some use out of this. Is it on the dusty side? Yeah. But dusty definitely does fit in like the whole neutral category. I don't know what you're seeing, but this shade right here looks like a deep kind of eggplant purple online. And in person, it looks like a raisin that you'd find behind your fridge when you're sweeping it out. Maybe it's gotten a little bit freezer burned along the way too somehow. It's not like an unattractive color, but it definitely isn't how it looks online. I kind of like the online one better. This just feels like a CoverGirl palette. Actually, I'm pretty sure I do have a palette from CoverGirl that looks just like this. Let me see if I still have it. Okay, I totally gave them away, but this somewhat reminds me of the CoverGirl Katy Cat palettes, except I don't think those palettes have this beautiful multi-chrome right here. It goes from like green to red to orange, a bunch of shit in there. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe if I go like that, can you kind of see? It is very cute, but I thought we were gonna get like an orange sherbety shade in here and like a pink, but this is the pink that you get, and it is once again a multi-chrome. I mean, it's really freaking pretty, but yeah, the picture versus real life is like an expectation versus reality. It just doesn't scream to me and make me want to take all my clothes off and dance. Anyways, let's hop onto the C4HA website and see all the details and the pricing and the rating for this. I don't even remember how much this was. This has 4 out of 5 stars, not too bad, and this retails for $29. No, can suck my pinky. I do not think that is a good price for this. However, the quality might actually be really good, and if it is good quality, I could fuck with this. Like, it does seem like a decent everyday kind of palette. But still, $30? I think not. Okay, let's see what the reviews are saying. The 1 stars say skip it. I love the concept of the palette, but oh, the shimmers take forever to build up and the mattes were so patchy, even with eye primer that they advertised with this. Ooh, oh God, I've really been liking their shit. Let's not break the streak. The 2 stars though say, unfortunately, this eyeshadow palette was a disappointment for me. All of the shadows are dry, not pigmented at all. I tried them with my fingers, different brushes, still had terrible results. The 5 stars though say the mattes blend like a dream and the shimmers are so beautiful. I think it's really important to know the style of the brand before buying the palette. The colors are indeed soft, but not muted. With swatching, you do have to build them up. See, okay. To me, that's kind of an excuse for having bad shadows. Like, yeah, you can come out with buildable shadows, but if you're paying $30 for an eyeshadow palette, you can still get natural looks with them and have them not be super patchy or have them be buildable. It all kind of depends on the colors. Like, don't mask having bad eyeshadows that you have to really build up just because it's like a more natural brand. You know what I mean? Other people do seem to like it, but pretty much everybody says that this is extremely buildable, but that they blend like a dream. So I'm excited to try this. But finishing up with all the little titty bits on C4HA's website, they say this is crease resistant and the shades stay put all day without fading. It's free of parabens, formaldehydes, mineral oils. It's also vegan and cruelty free. Yay for that. So let's go ahead and really put this bad beast to the test and swatch and do a look with this bitch. You guys know the song. Are you ready? It's swatching time. And here we have everything swatched. I mean, honestly, the moment that I put these on my fingers, they truthfully felt like heaven. The mattes feel buttery, velvety, soft, which isn't typical for mattes. It's usually the shimmers, but the shimmers also feel buttery and soft. Even the glitter is sticking to my hand. It's very reminiscent of like the Tati Beauty glitter. Maybe they were made in the same lab. I have no idea, but overall, I really like how these swatch. They're very pretty to look at. And swatches really don't mean shit about shit, but these did swatch quite nicely, so I hope they go on the eyes really, really well and prove its price, because like just looking at it, I don't think it's worth almost $30, but the quality is really good so far. So I'm gonna wipe these off, put my base face on, and we can hop into a look. Base face is on. We are very orange, but kind of bronzy. And to prime my eyes, I'm gonna go in with my favorite Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas. And I kind of feel like a light neutral glam today, so let's see. Let's start off with, I don't know, this kind of grayish tone. And it picks up fabulously on a brush. There really isn't much kickback in the pan. Let's see how it is on the eye. I'm just gonna place it right here in the crease to deepen it up. Ooh, that goes on very nicely. It is the slightest bit patchy though. I'm not sure if that's just the color. That is kind of a unique shade, but that might also disappear once I kind of blend it around a little bit, so give me a second. Oh yeah, once you swipe it back and forth a little bit, that patchiness kind of disappears. Very nice. That's even a great eye contour shade just on its own. This is very minimal though with the pigment. I definitely understand what people were talking about where it's buildable. I wouldn't say that it's bad quality. Like, yes, you are gonna have to dip in a few times if you actually want some pigmentation to it, but it's really not the same as having like a cheap shadow that you have to build up so much just because it's a bad shadow. Feels more like it's good quality, but you have the option to go in very minimally or go in heavy. I don't know if that even makes sense, but I do like this so far with just the one fucking shade that we've used. Anyways, there's that one shadow. Very nice. It blends out super easily. Then over the edges of that, I'm gonna take the shadow right next to it, and I'm gonna take that right above it and kind of blend it upwards towards the brow, just to soften her up a little bit. Ooh, that shadow just like stuck in one spot and isn't going anywhere. Let me just keep blending around though. Okay, so that creamier shadow isn't bad, but I do have to work a little bit harder to blend that one out, which is very weird because normally a shadow this color kind of blends itself out. Like, this isn't a super unique shade where you'd be like, that's kind of different. You might have to work around with it a little bit. So I'm not quite sure why it's so difficult to work with. Is it impossible? No, but I also have other shadows that are that color that are way easier to work with. It's not bad, it's just not like that great. But once you blend the shit out of it, those colors do complement each other very well. And unfortunately, today is not the day to do some astronomically epic look. We're just gonna keep it very light, simple glam. And the only other matte that is in here is this deep brown, so I'm just gonna place it where I always place it, right here on the outer corner. Right about there. Ooh, that one blends out very, very nicely. The only shadow that I've had a slight issue with is that medium light shade. Like, the other two shades have kind of done like all of the work for me, which, being a lazy bastard, I appreciate that. If I'm being honest, I do wish that this was set up a little bit different. Like, instead of getting a big ass glitter in here, I wish we had even 2 more mattes. I feel like that would be way more user friendly, or at least a lot more universal. I don't think glitter is on enough people's minds to like justify having this big ass like 33 or 36 millimeter pan of it. Nobody fucking needs that much glitter, but it does look very aesthetically pleasing, so I kind of get that. To me, it just isn't like the most practical, but that's just because I think glitter is the spawn of Satan. That's okay, I am too, and I'm here. Okay, so here we have it with all 3 of the mattes on my eye. It's very soft, very subtle, but I do really like the way this looks. Could I have achieved this same look with like 2 shadows from probably any other palette that I own? Easily. So I'm not really sold on the price. Like, the only reason I would justify this is if you don't already have a bunch of neutral shades and you want something that'd be great to travel with. But also, I have really good ColourPop palettes that I could easily have done the same thing with. So yeah, I'm not totally sold. Also, my under eyes are creasing like a bitch. Wow. Anyways, I do kind of want to try all of these shimmers. If I can pack them on the eyes, we'll see. I'm gonna start off with this reddish multi-chrome, and I'm gonna take that right here on the outer corner, like halfway in. Ooh, that is really, really pretty. I love that. Yeah, fuck, I'm just gonna spread that all over my eyelids so you can really see it. Can you see it? I don't know. In person, it's really attractive. I'm not sure that it's something I would wear on its own. I definitely want a little more oomph to this look, but I could see so many people just getting freaky with this. Like, even as it is, it's pretty. Then on the inner part of my eye, I'm gonna take this lighter shade right here and we'll pack that on right about there. Okay. Not the most poppin' thing. Let me kind of place it right on the inner corner. I do really like both the light shade and that reddish one combined. This to me could be a complete look. However, we do still have this gold, so I just want to try it right here on the outer bit. Because we already saw how that reddish shade looked, I'm just gonna kind of go over it. Which, actually, everything is layering up marvelously. Like, there's no fallout underneath my eyes other than what I accidentally put there. Like, I did just kind of bump my finger down there on the inner corner and the outer corner, so ignore that. Yeah, that's really pretty. Still not convinced though that this is like a $30 palette, but I like that you can get quite a few looks from this. Like even if you combine all of the same mattes like how I did, you could still just go in with this shimmer, that shimmer, or top it off with a glitter. So just right there is 4 kind of completely different looks that you could create with this little bitch. Oh, that red multi-chrome is just heavenly. It would probably look so good over like a dusty mauvey pink or a petal pink, or even a purple. Shit. Oh, don't give me any ideas. I am a purple whore, damn it. One thing that I will say though about the shimmers is that they are quite dry. They're almost a little bit powdery. In fact, I dare say the mattes might be a little bit creamier than these. It doesn't really seem to be affecting the performance at all. Like they're doing great and they're sticking onto my eyes. But if you're hoping for shit that's buttery and creamy, this ain't it. Still quite lovely though, but still not worth the price, I don't think. I'm gonna tap on a little bit more brown right under the outer corner and kind of work it into that gold. Oh, that layers above that gold really, really exquisitely. Okay, so maybe this isn't not worth the money, but I do think that you could get the same for cheaper. I do think this would be a great go-to palette, especially if you're kind of in a hurry. But shit, even if you aren't in a hurry and you just don't want to spend a fuck ton of time on your makeup, this palette really is a great option for you. But to start in the lower lash, I'm taking that deepest shade and kind of going in a C motion. Once again, to get any kind of deepness, I'm really having to build it up just to smoke up my lower lash. I think this is the 4th or 5th time that I've had to dip into this palette. So yeah, it is nice that I can build it up, but I guess a little part of me does wish that this were a little bit more pigmented. And it's not like I've had to scrape my brush into this pan to actually get pigment. I feel as though this would last you a long time even if you do really build the color up. I think this palette really is perfect for somebody who does want a natural, not chiseled look. Like no matter how many applications of that brown, you're not gonna get like a super intense smoky eye. Maybe if you apply it to something really, really moist, then you could. But so far, it is really staying true to its name. It's very natural. And I actually think that's probably all that I'm going to do to the lower lash, but I do just want to try a little bit of this glitter. And I'm only trying it because it really does remind me of the Titty Booty glitter where it's kind of like self-adhesive. So let's place a little bit right there. And if it does have a bunch of fallout, I'm not going to fault it because a lot of times you do have to use a glitter glue with these. And there is a lot of fallout, but for the most part, it's actually sticking. Let's go in with a bit more. That is very pretty. And we actually kind of got a bit of a glam look. I do recommend definitely using a glitter glue with this, but I am allergic to it, so I'm not going to. But even without the glitter glue, that looks so good. Do I look like a drag queen diva yet? And let's see if the glitter just dusts away, which yes, it does. We'll just have to see how this wears throughout the day. So far, it is doing superb, but you never know. By the end of the day, it might look like a little gay pixie sneezed on my face. I'll have glitter on my face, on my elbows. I'll find it on the soles of my feet next week. So far, it looks great though, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my look. And we have our obligatory Huang. I was gonna go in with a Rare Boutete liner. However, it does make my eyes water so freaking badly and then it just runs everywhere. But if you don't have runny eyes, it is a decent liner. And then before I put on mascara and lashes, I'm gonna line the lower lash line with Bodyography's Black Walnut Eye Pencil, and I'm just gonna take it in between the lashes. And I'm only gonna take that about 2/3 of the way from the outer corner. I know we went from natural to glam in like 3.5, but I'm really wanting to test this palette's limits and see how far I can take it. Because like, yes, we know you can do a natural everyday look with it, but can you go from like daytime to nighttime with this? And so far, I feel like we can easily do that. Then I'm gonna take the Uma Boutete Coming to America Private Jet Black Liner and just tightline the upper lash. That is such a weird feeling. And here we are with our final look. For lips, I ended up going in with Tom Ford's Fetishist with Laura Mercier's Rouge something, I'm not quite sure. But I do quite like the way that this turned out. I've actually been wearing this for a couple hours now, and there is a little bit of glitter fallout, but not too bad. I totally expected there to be way fucking more. Let's hop over into natural light, and then we can head back into here, and I can give you my final verdict. Fuck, I love this look. I need new lashes, though, but whatever. Maybe I can open up the blinds a little bit, and you can kind of see the fallout. It's really not that bad. Like, I just have a little bit here and there. I have been shocked at how well this eyeshadow has performed. Is it my favorite palette? No, I feel as though I could get the same exact look for like a fraction of the price. Like, the quality was good, but was it anything spectacular or outstanding or unique? No. Hold on, let me close this. We can see too much of the bags underneath my eyes. So yeah, I do think that so far this palette is really pretty. It would work for a lot of people. It would work in a lot of different ways, but I'm not sold on the price. If it were like $20 or even under, then I would be a little bit more okay with it. But even though you are definitely able to go from nighttime to daytime, the only thing that would make this palette worth it is if you don't have any of the other colors and you want something for on the go. Otherwise, there really isn't anything about this palette that makes me say, yes, go run, grab it. I don't think this is an ugly palette. I don't think the quality is terrible. I just don't think this palette is for me. So yeah, I very very mixed feelings about this palette. I did just briefly take a moment and stop at my little makeup collection over here and pulled out 4 different ColourPop palettes that I would easily be able to create this look with, so I don't really think this palette is worth it. It's not like this has amazing ingredients that are super unique. It's not like any of the shadows are unique. This is definitely a palette where if you own like 2 or 3 different palettes, you probably have all of these colors. So do I recommend this palette? Truthfully, no, unless it genuinely speaks to you. It really isn't anything special. I don't think the quality is bad. You are getting cute packaging with it. Like, yeah, you can get very pretty looks from this palette, but it does not make my pickle pop. So yes, anyways, there you go. Thank you so much for being here. I love having you. And if you'd like to support me and my channel a little bit more, please feel free to join us over on Patreon. It's patreon.com/poplux. There you get videos a day early, you get Patreon only content, plus best part, it is cheap, fun, and fancy just like me. And like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!